Alright guys, Anthony Shipping Service. Here, let's take a look here. Turn it around. Alright, this is Jason's truck. I had 15 miles on it and then we had to change the intake. So I got about 320 miles on it right now. These are our numbers. Here, let's give it a little bit. Ready? This little thing runs. I mean, it runs good. It runs real good. But we got a problem. I got a big issue. It's huge. And it's a cab off, engine out issue. And it's my freaking fault. I put the wrong size freeze plugs in it, guys. The ones I put in, it calls for 1.5-inch freeze plugs. Got all wrapped up in the moment, ordered the freeze plugs, got them, put them in. Core plugs, whatever the hell you want to call them, core plugs, expansion, whatever. Hey, there's Aaron. Caster's toe right there. But whatever you want to call them, the ones I got, they only have 2/1000 interference fit. You little bastard. Yeah. I guess come to find out, the ones that I normally put in, yeah, I screwed up. They're, you know, they should have about 9/1000 interference fit. An 1.5-inch freeze plug is 1 inch, 509 thousandths OD on the closed end. So whatever. Screwed up. I mean, got all this stuff. Everything's, I mean, it's done. But so since the freeze plug issue, Jason had an idea, and that is his idea. He ordered the EGR Provision O-Dog intake, and I guess we're gonna take it over and let Jay look at it. Let me turn this around. Take it over, let Jay look at it, and see if he thinks it'll weld good. Because once we touch a welding rod to that, that's what I was telling Jason, once we touch your welding rod to that intake, it's our baby. That looks like, honestly, the casting looks pretty good on it. It looks like pretty good. I mean, we probably will be able to weld to it and be fine. But the IPR casting also looked pretty good. And I remember, those of you that remember back years ago, when I was desperate and I was welding IPR deletes onto intakes, the IPR casting would explode while you're welding it. It would just blow out big chunks of it because of imperfections inside of the cast material. It was, so that's, I mean, I actually told Vince then, I said, I'll keep buying them and cutting them off and welding them on. I said that, but the casting material was so horrible I couldn't do it. It was just, it kept blowing up, kept blowing out. It was a mess. Whatever this is. We got our concrete done here. Let me turn it. Got our concrete all done. Wonder what area it's working on. But, so, we got a freaking issue. And it sucks. Let me go under here and I'll show you. I mean, it was just horrible. Just a bad freaking deal. Let's get out and take a look. I mean, it's cab off, engine out. I mean, change them all. Let's look under. Okay, whatever. Nothing under there now, but there is stuff under there. Whatever. I'll make a video when I get the cab off, but you know what? Freeze plugs are leaking. Runs good. And we've got some other things that I'll probably make a video talking about on what kind of upgrades whether or not we're going to change stuff and how much do we want to change and how comfortable are we with changing. Because we've got the SRL Plus tune on this, and it actually doesn't smoke almost none at all. We got lots of camshaft, stage 2 Colt cam, stage 2 KC turbo, and stock fuel, stock injectors in it. And honestly, the more I keep driving it, the more I keep thinking it's not real smoky, doesn't let out any smoke. I mean, hardly at all, and runs pretty good. The bad thing about that stage 2 turbo, it takes a little bit to light it up, but it's actually, I don't know, it's very, very tolerable, you know. But there's a point where we're gonna, if we throw big fuel in here, then, you know, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But I just thought I would throw a video up. Absolute freaking drag, big disaster. And actually, I think I'm claiming it. We are a freaking company here, and I have insurance, and this is not a big failure, but you know, I want all of you guys out there to know that if I have a catastrophic issue with an engine that I build, I have insurance to pay for that. It's not just you know, you taking my word for it. I have insurance to pay. So I think I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. You know, use it. I mean, a freeze plug, you know, could be worse. I mean, I haven't been able to throw a connecting rod out the side of an engine block yet, you know. So I mean, that's an absolute catastrophic, but you know, that hasn't happened. But something like this, I mean, I got to take the cab back off, take the engine out, and well, honestly, guys, they I think, well, there's more to that story on why I'm really thinking about go ahead and taking the insurance money to do it, because you know, this is one, granted, get in, get it done, and get out, be done. On the other side of it, I want, like Jason, I want Jason to know that I'm not I'm going to get compensated to fix his truck, so I have absolutely no desire to rush and knock it out as fast as I possibly can, because I'm not getting paid. That is not something that I want. I don't want you worrying about it, Jason. I don't want that being an issue. Right now, we're kind of just driving it and deciding how many upgrades we want to do, because if we go too freaking far with this son of a gun, I'm telling you what, we're going to have to yank the heads off and O-ring the heads. Because right now, we're pushing race stuff. If we put some big injectors in it, put that intake on it, and we get a hotter tune for it, because we'll have to get a tune to run bigger injectors. But if we do that, I mean, we're talking 6, 7, maybe even 800 horsepower is what this thing will push. And that's outside of the realm of a stock head gasket. That is something where you need to ring, we need to ring the heads, possibly a fire ring on the block like actual race cars do, you know. I don't know, but I'm just weighing through it all. I mean, honestly, it runs pretty freaking good right now. I mean, actually really good. I mean, it'll hit 100 miles an hour in, like, I guess I could time it, but it's real freaking fast. You got about maybe a half a second. It's just slightly more than stock turbo lag. But once you get even so much as 5 pounds of boost built up, forget about it. It's freaking gone. It'll hit 30 pounds in a second. Boom, you're gone. You're at freaking 100 miles an hour. I mean, it'll probably get to 100 and, I don't know, maybe, I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, it's fast. It's fast enough that I got to let off the pedal because there's always somebody in front of me in my way. But that's fuel pressure set up. His exhaust gas, Jason, the exhaust gas is cooling down quite a bit, but it takes a little while. And I imagine it's probably cam timing, you know, but I mean, it did cool down at 330. I've been calling it about 380. Let's see if we got any leaks. Been sitting here running for a minute. Well, ain't that a bitch. No leaks. I don't care. It's still leaking. It's coming apart. I can't call that good. Yeah, no way. No way. So let's I'm really wanting to maybe get 500 miles on the truck before I take the cab off, but I don't know that we're gonna wait that long. I got 300 and some odd miles on it right now. You know, take the cab off, do a good, nice little inspection, make sure everything's all good, nothing needs addressed. Since we have to do freaking core plugs, expansion plugs, freeze plugs, whatever you want to call them. That is a very invasive job, you know. I am going to have to take the rear cover off, which is a drag for the T-joint on the back. But I'll go ahead and get the rear cover out how Ford suggests. You know, we'll use a slide hammer and get the rear main seal out. That way I'm not fighting the seal when I'm separating the T-joint. And it'll be all right. I mean, it'll be all right. But thought I'd fess up and make a video. I mean, if anybody's, you know, what's the phrase? There was one perfect person and we crucified him. So hopefully I'm allowed to mess up. You know, the thing is, I mean, I try, honestly, on the mess ups, I try to show them, like, all of them. You know, anybody can just show good stuff, and when things go good and everything's perfect, anybody can do that. You know, and edit and decide what you want to actually put online. I mean, this one right here, I mean, I put the wrong ones in it. And, I mean, they're 1.5 inches, and they went in, and I guess, you know, in hindsight, I'm like, I wonder, damn, was the interference a little loose? Did it go in easier than normal? And I just, whatever. I mean, I could beat my head against the wall on hindsight for that. But it was their 14 thousandths interference on the big end. I got some extra ones and measured them, and they're 14 thousandths on the open end, but they were only 2 3 thousandths bigger than 1.5 inches, and that ain't gonna work. The ones, and I got another one, and it's 9 thousandths is the ones that are not, whatever, I don't know, it's just a pain in the freaking butt. It sucks. But I thought I'd make the freaking video here. Thought I'd make the freaking video and fess up and say, hey, that sucks. Grab the wrong ones, put them in. I mean, I guess we can look at it and say it can always be worse, you know. Sucks. Because, I mean, Jason should have this truck right now. It should be in Washington right now. What a freaking drag. Alright guys, thought I would show it. Got Jason's truck here. It's all done and not even done. Pull it in, take the cab off of it again. You know what, I bet it'll be alright though. We've done it. Take the cab off, no use in fighting around it, trying to mess with it. Just get it out of the way, get the cab off so we can do a quality repair again. Because, yeah, we're not even done deciding what we're going to do either. So thought I just had to make this video. That way all the internet ninjas can get on here and talk about how much smarter they are than everybody else in the world, especially me. How much smarter they are than me, because, you know, I mean, I grabbed some freaking plugs. I mean, I ordered them and I got them, but, you know, I'm the one that put them in the engine, so it's my freaking fault. I should have mic'd them. I should have checked them. And I don't know. I mean, back, hell, I don't even know. I mean, the last quite a few ones that I even put plugs in, because I don't put plugs in all of them. If they look good and there's no rust on them and they look perfect, I don't touch them. I don't know. Oh well. We'll fix it. We'll make it right. Not gonna be an issue. Just a freaking drag though. Bummer. I've been kind of pouting on it in the last couple of days. Well, as of right now, I have now pouted about taking this cab off and fixing these freeze plugs longer than it's gonna take to fix it. So, what a drag. But we've got some other stuff like the intake and you know, we're walking a tightrope right now between, do we want a race truck or do we want a reliable truck? Because we can't have both. You can't have both. It's not going to happen. Something will break. It will not be reliable. We go putting big injectors in it, you are tied to that size of injectors. And if one decides it wants to take a crap, your truck is done until you get an injector shipped in. So, you know, I'm kind of, I don't know, if we go too far with the performance stuff, then we're getting outside of the realm of what, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. Don't take none of this for the gospel yet. We don't know what we're going to do as far as if we're going to add any other parts to it, change anything up. But whatever. All right, guys, that's it. Have a good day.